Well, it looks like Kabam Miike has responded to people saying that the 21-day arena, the quest, or the objectives aren't really much cop for those that are endgame players. As I said yesterday, I would need to reserve judgment until the objectives were actually pushed out for me to kind of go whether or not these were, or this was a good or bad side event. Now, I must admit, it's a good event for inclusion. Inclusion being the word that obviously if you're able to unlock and do the epic difficulty, you're probably met with a very kind of, well, straightforward event. As you know, I didn't use any of the boosts. I did use some love juice potions. I really find it really weird to say love juice, and I'm meant to be the smutty one of the MCC YouTubers. But the fact is, these power of love boosts, which in all honesty do help out, I didn't really need to use at all. I didn't actually use any of them when it came to doing this. And yeah, talking of the objectives, they're pretty well smashable. You can smash them out pretty darn easily, especially if you're doing the arena. Now, I have seen some people kind of say that it's kind of not as easy as you might think. But still, over the space of 21 days, I suppose you're able to do this. But look, if you re-repeat the arena, you'll go up against certain of the types of its complicated synergies and things that match everything together. So it seems a little bit more straightforward. And also, if anybody needs the romance or its complicated synergies, this is a link here. It's in the description if you want to check it out, or you can see it. You can pause the screen now. It's up to you. And obviously here's an example of utilizing it. And what did we get in there? You've got Deadpool, you've got Phoenix, you've got Cyclops. So yeah, just like this is how it kind of really sets up. And the thoughts on this now that the objectives are in largely remains the same, in that it is not something that is, well, it is for endgame players. It is an inclusive based event, but it does lack anything with substantial take home of rewards. And yeah, I don't think the Kabam should be like giving out these rewards like that it's Christmas or it's like the Doom invasions. By the way, obviously, you look at these kind of side events, which, side events like Doom Invasions and Fantastic Invasions we had to work hard for them in order to get the most out of them. And everybody literally smashed out every single day to get them. And yeah, it was all about this big reveal, all Fantastic Four members, the new type of villains like Doom and Silver Surfer being kind of teased and where the game was going. Yeah, I do get that. But I do feel that a trick has been missed with this arena, but I think I know the reason why nothing's been kind of added to it with substantial milestones. Like with 800k being the most that you can get from this and it running 21 days, the reason is obviously if you overshadow the two champions being put in like Longshot and Mojo, it means that people aren't investing units, which obviously a lot of people spend on, into the arena grind. Therefore, it's taking away attention from something like this, which, you could put up to about like 20 million in milestones in order to kind of really entice players over 21 days to grind it out. Now, is that tinfoil hat job that people would obviously spend less on the other arenas if they did this as a 20 million milestone arena that lasts for 21 days, therefore less attention on Longshot and Mojo? Yeah, possibly, possibly not. But the fact is, it would have been nice to have it. I'm not saying they should have done it, but the fact is, it would have been nice to add something, as I said in yesterday's video, a little bit more spicier for you to work hard to get. Now, when you look at something like the Road to Greatness arena, which I love this arena, I thought it was really good. Units, battle chips, I can't remember what those crystals were, but the fact is you've got the 5-star fully formed at the end of it, all 10,000 5-star shards that you're able to then invest into whatever featured, standard, basic, it's up to you how you do it. But obviously something like this would be, in comparison, something I think a lot of players would want to see. And as well with 7 days running on it as opposed to the 21 days, yeah, people smashed this out in a very short space of time, obviously with 1 and 2 stars being the implication. Now it's 3s and 4 stars, and you don't have to put any effort in to have this smashed out, unless you are newer to the game. Endgame players will just go, it's done, it's done. That was easy. Obviously, this leads us on to the forums where obviously somebody's had their opinion here, but it has been responded to by Kabam Miike. Now, Clifford Kang goes into great detail into how he feels that the event could be done better and the limitations and the other aspects to being an endgame player as to what they're seeing from this. Now, for me personally, I'm actually fine with the quest. It's probably the only thing I just kind of went, okay, the rewards are actually, they're fine. I'm not overly excited about them, but at the same time, I'm not upset about them. I think they're good. Could they be better? I don't know, but I think that would be a case if they made the quest more difficult and then it's a case they added more rewards to them. So increase the difficulty, rewards stack up with it. That's how I'm kind of thinking. However, I kind of like, and you know that my problem is largely with the objectives and the arena, because I just don't think that's on par for working hard to get the rewards out of it. If you work hard for something, you should get it back. The same way that over a space of a month with Doom Invasions or Fantastic Invasions or the negative zones, or even with the acorns, you had to work hard to get them, and there was a certain point where you would get back more from that. Obviously with Squirrel Store, with the invasions, shards at the end of it, resources at the end of it, you've worked hard over a space of a month to gather those particular things. And especially with the arena being 21 days and the objectives following suit, I kind of felt that that would be something where, again, the hard work would pay off for something with rewards. Now Clifford comes to the end by saying, conclusion, with the promise of upping endgame rewards, why is Kabam making shorter side content with less rewards? Why is Kabam giving less to do in game? Now from my perspective, there is actually plenty to do, especially if you're a free-to-play player. But at the same time, when it comes to rewards and scaling difficulty with upping the rewards to it, and also the length of time and just things being smashed out as an endgame player, you've got a point there. Now this leads me on to a bit of bad news. Unfortunately, this weekend we're not able to do the podcast with Kabam Miike and Kabam Thel. Now, whatever they're going to be doing is going to be beneficial for you guys that play the game. So obviously I'm cool with that. If they've got projects that need to be completed which will benefit the players, then again, I'm cool with that. But the fact is there are specific questions that we want to ask. We're not going to be able to facilitate every single question that people do have. But one of mine that I've asked is that what is going on with the state of affairs with the difficulty and the rewards matching up to it, and especially looking at things like the solo events haven't been changed in a while, the items within things like war crystals, solar greater crystals and other things like that. You know, getting the scheme of things, going like, okay, well, we're building stuff for more kind of titleage based things, but why hasn't everything else come up with it? So increasing difficulties, adding improved rewards for those that have reached certain titleage. Yes, you've done the calendars, but could you do more? And really understanding, is Kabam online with thinking, you know, what are we doing, and if it's beneficial to those that have reached those certain titleages. And now back to the forum, where Kabam Miike has said, while we try our hardest to make sure that every player has content that they can find geared towards them, that is not going to be possible with every piece of content that is released. Which is something that Kabam have been trying to put in the last 2 years, but I do feel that they need to do a lot more. You can't start something and not see it through to the end and cover everything, because there are things that are being missed off that, again, if Kabam were right, we're making everything titleage based, then everything needs to come up to par as well. He goes on further to say not every month's solo event is going to have a 5-star awakening gem. And again, I don't know if he's making a dig at me or just responding back to the post, or some high level or rarity items, nor are the place to go for endgame rewards. We're always adding more and more content for our endgame players and want to give more endgame rewards as well. But that won't be in the monthly side events. We recently released the Abyss of Legends, which has the most endgame of rewards, but also know that it's not accessible to all our players at this time. Finishing off with, we have made great strides in upping the availability of 5-star and 6-star shards and champions, but we won't take every event as an opportunity to hand them out. There's still rare resources and you're going to have to work for them. Which is absolutely correct. Working hard is an excellent point. However though, with the 21-day arena and as well the objectives, you're not really working hard to get what's from them. And as I said, maybe I'm being biased that I'm actually cool with the quest as it is, because it's a very straightforward quest and it's very kind of easy to do. And I'm cool with that because I want to focus on other things in game. As Kabam Mike said, there are so many other things to be doing and I'm up for that. That's cool. But as well, when it comes to the 21-day arena, and as I said, I do feel they missed an opportunity to really pad that with more things to then, encourage people to work hard for them. The same way with the objectives, you add more rarer stuff, people work hard for them. And I'm not saying this has been a bad quest, not in the slightest. Or what I meant to say was side events. The side quest, I'm absolutely cool with. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a bit of fun, and as well the utilization of the love juice. It's some really good things at the end of the month that keep being converted. And as well, if you are an endgame player, you don't have to use the boost because theoretically it's going to be pretty standard. And as well, it's all about inclusion, because then people are able to use these to then get through certain things, especially with it completely undermining the head over heels node or interaction, which again is brilliant. My major gripes are the 21 days arena and the objectives. because they don't require working hard for it, I should say. They don't require you to work hard at all, because let's face it, 800k isn't too bad. Now, at the point of recording this video, I haven't done quite so much, but that's because I'm recording this video and I need to edit it. But I will probably get this smashed out in the next couple of hours. But as well with the objective side of things, because they are pretty easy to do, or easier to do, it's not going to take you 20 days, 21 days to actually smash these out. Unless it's a case of some, you don't have the champions, or you don't meet off with them in that particular arena. But if you go into the arena multiple times, then I'm sure that would be, again, fine to do that. So again, it maybe limits people that don't have said champions. But as well, as we're talking about this being a little bit more endgame player-ish, this will be pretty straightforward to do. There we go, that has been the video. That's been my thoughts on this particular side quest, side event type thing. As I said, for me personally, I'm fine with the quest, but it's the objectives in the 21-day arena I take issue with. Not in a great way that I'm pissed or I'm angry about them. I just feel that Kabam could have done more to then add in things that do push the narrative of hard work, which, let's face it, again, those 21-day arena and the objectives are not hard work for those that are endgame players. They may be for people starting off, and again, that's great for inclusion, but adding in something like more milestones or more kind of difficult objectives that really kind of require people to grind out for more like Grandmaster shards, or actually one of the biggest things that was said in that forum post was maybe if they could be converted into something like a 5-star Shattered Heart Crystal, as opposed to it being just getting the Grandmaster ones, and more than likely you're not going to get a 5-star, you're going to get a 3. But yeah, I don't know, what are people's thoughts on this particular side event? Put it in the comment section down below. Also, if you want to check me out on the second channel doing a live stream of the 21-day arena and as well the Lovers of Battlerealm Master and Downward difficulties, because we did Epic last night, then check out the second channel over there. Check out some recent content up here and supporting links. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.